seem
No
to.
matter where in the world you are, we're all nerds international.
So,
With the hyphen.
what, if anything, were you planning on doing while back at Castle Refuge?
Well, one of the big things that I wanted to do, Steve, is I had a number of items that I wanted to research in the library to get some details on what we're facing here.
Sure. So Castle Refuge, as it turns out, doesn't actually have a library as such.
Okay.
What Castle Refuge has is access through digital technology.
Sure.
To some of the records from a much larger library. In fact, the largest library known in the world right now, an illegal library in Laszlo.
Okay.
Now it's not close to complete, not even close to complete, but they have digital files that you can access. That is the closest thing you're going to get to anything like that.
Well, that's what I want to do. Well, and like, what is Asheron doing once we get to Castle Refuge?
Well, they take Asheron and the security people, and they have some questions, and they have their protocols with him.
Yes. Yeah.
They are incredibly cautious with him, obviously.
Absolutely.
And they kind of usher him off. But he's very obliging.
Okay. That's what I just want to check with you.
You know, and he leaves you guys for the time being.
Okay, good. That's what I just wanted to find out what we were going to do with him.
Yep.
All right.
So you want to spend some time researching?
Yeah, I've got. I don't have a research skill, but I do have an investigation skill. I don't know if that can be utilized.
That is the research skill.
Perfect. I got it. That's what I'm going to spend some time doing that.
All right. So what I want you to do is to make an investigation roll in the tower.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I will tell you. So you're researching this stone.
Well, here's what I've got in my notes. I definitely, yeah. So I'm trying to see what I can find out about bloodstones, what they are, what they do, if there's anything there at all.
Yeah.
Then from that, I also wanted to, I guess, see then what I could find out about the blood of Yakovian. That was something that came out. Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah.
And start there, and then after that, I'll branch out in some other areas depending on the information that I.
All right. So
do
there's actually two different things you're researching.
Okay.
One is the stone.
Yep.
And the other is the blood of Yakovian.
Yep. Perfect.
Okay. Yeah.
So is that two separate roles?
Two separate roles. Yep.
Okay. So I'm just going to have a look at this here now. And the dice tower, come on. And the second one?
So that first one was for the stone?
Yes. I'm just trying to think now. This is information I want to get. I'm going to add a Benny to it. So
okay.
Add a D6 with a +2.
Did you roll something?
Pardon me?
Or did you roll in the tower?
In the tower.
In the tower,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is going to go into tower 2, I guess, Steve, will it? Or?
Sure, yep.
Yep, so it's a +2 because of my alien.
Sure.
And then the second one, and this will be for the blood of Yakovian.
So I will tell you
yep.
that you have at least a raise on that roll.
Okay, perfect. All right, and I'll go back to this one. This is going to be for the blood of Yakovian.
And I'll tell you have at least a raise on that roll.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Okay. So here's what you have discovered. You have found a book, and the full book is on file in the library in Laszlo. The book denotes this type of stone that you have.
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like it's elven or elvish craft from the Palladium world, which is in another dimension. And it is indeed used to house a soul or souls, but the proper name is called the Soul Stone.
Okay.
Although Acheron definitely did call it a bloodstone.
He did, yeah.
But the other thing that you found is that it's not just used to house a soul, but it can be used as a PPE battery.
Ooh.
Storing its own source of PPE, which a mage who understands the use of it can actually draw upon the PPE stored in it.
Wow.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's what you've uncovered with regards to the bloodstone.
Now, just one quick question. You mentioned that the stone is elven from the Palladium world. It didn't give the whereabouts. Just mentioned Palladium world.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's another dimension.
Okay.
Place, and the thing that it's kind of led you down that trail. We'll say most of the elves on Rift's Earth.
Yeah.
Are tied to the Palladium world.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there any elves in Castle Refuge?
Yes.
Sweet. Many?
No, I mean, maybe 50 or 60 of them total.
Okay.
They don't get along well with dwarves, so it's not
kind of figured.
Yeah, and if you want to make a roll on researching elves and dwarves, you can do that after. But sure. That's what you know of the bloodstone. It's called the Soul Stone, from what you can tell. Although that's not what Acheron called it, and it originates from the Palladium world, or at least the crafting and the magic behind it comes from there.
Okay.
Now, with regards to the blood of Yakovian, your investigation into that turns up one thing and one thing only.
Okay.
There is or was an ancient dragon, and very little you can actually find about him. It's because the data that you have access to is very limited, but there was or is an ancient dragon that was named Yakovian. Where he's from, what happened to him, you have no idea. But there is mention in some of these ancient texts that you've been searching through of this ancient dragon Yakovian. And there's also been mention that he was imprisoned in another dimension. How they imprisoned him, why they imprisoned him, anything about that, you can't tell, but that's what you've come up with.
Okay. Interesting.
So, basically there was at one point, maybe still exists, you have no idea. He was an older dragon, and he was imprisoned somewhere in another dimension.
Well, of course, my mind is going to, if that's the case, is this other dimension in this stone? Or if it has some link, obviously. Or maybe this is what used to summon them back or something. Lots of interesting things. So from that, then however long it takes me to do that, I'll probably spend some more time researching. Maybe things around the elves and whatnot, and their connection to this soul stone, for example, and to see if there's any other uses for the soul stone, if it can be summoned, or if it's just specifically for as a PE battery, just storing souls and this kind of thing.
Yep. I'll get back to you on that in a moment.
That's fine. Yep.
All right. Sal.
Yes. Yes.
Was there anything you wanted to do upon your return to Castle Refuge?
I want to restock up my my few shots that I fired for my railgun.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep. Boom gun ammo is hard to come by.
Okay.
You would have to put a requisition in at the armory.
Yep.
Right now, there's only you from what you can tell. There's only you and 4 other glitter boys at Castle Refuge.
Okay.
So it's kind of a first come first serve basis for the ammo as they get it.
Yep.
So you had to put a requisition in and as they get it and based on need.
Okay.
But you put your rec form in and whatever.
All right. And the other thing I wanted to do now, who came with us to Castle Refuge? It was just the I just want to say the dragon, the big lizard.
Yeah, Asheron. Asheron came back with you.
Yeah.
Plus this young Psy Stalker that you guys rescued from the sim van.
That's right, from the sim van. Okay. No, I'm probably really tired. I want to get something to eat and go to bed.
Sure.
Yep. That's what I'm doing. I sleep a lot.
All right. Dorian.
Growth spurts.
What is your plans upon returning to Castle Refuge?
So the first thing I would need to do is take care of this kid.
Yep.
So were there other Psy Stalkers that I'm aware of having a presence here in, like an established presence, not like just some random vagrant, but like does anyone?
Yeah, there was one that actually arrived.
Were
with,
there other
Lauren
Psy Stalkers? Yeah, I said not a random aware of having a presence here in, like an established presence, not
Nice,
like
classic.
some random vagrant, but like does anyone?
Yeah.
Does he have an
there was one that
established
actually
role
arrived
here?
with,
Are there other?
This
This is what I'm looking to do.
Yeah,
What
no.
is
I mean,
this?
he's
Yeah,
a
so not a
legionnaire,
random aware
just
of
like you guys are right now.
presence
Came
here
to
in-
Castle Refuge, seeking, I guess, seeking aid and seeking, their help in something, and he's been involved with them for a little bit, but he only showed up, a month earlier or whatever, right?
Right.
So, I mean, there are some Psy Stalkers, but they're very rare.
Yeah. So I mean, if this guy is the only guy, then that's fine.
There's
aim
none
is-
in any position of authority. Put it that way.
Sure. My aim is just to find someone who I can plug this kid in with, where they're not just going to disappear tomorrow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you don't think what was that? What was that guy's name?
Black Claw.
Black Claw. Yeah. I mean, it seems like Black Claw is there. He he's been rattled since whatever happened to him.
I don't think he'd be rattled. I think that may be a little over the top.
Yeah. I've come back from the future.
Marty!
He's
You have to stop what you're doing.
just witnessing your own death that did and did not happen all at the same time is kind of messed up.
Yeah, that did and did not happen. So, yeah, I mean, he seems to have had this disconnect from his tribe because obviously he's out of time. He's years ahead right now. from where he thought he was, or whatever.
Right. Okay. So without the kid, I'll drop the kid off at the infirmary and have them look him over.
Yep.
And then I'll try and track down this Black Claw character.
Sure.
Who came with him?
Oren
Was he traveling with Jack?
Yeah, it
and
was
Jack, yeah,
Jack,
Yeah.
Oren, and
Levi would have been there too.
and Levi, yeah.
But who was he with? Like he had sort of run into. Like was Oren his travel partner, and he had.
Yeah, Oren is the one he had met up with originally, I think.
yeah, he
Okay,
met up
wasn't
with
it?
everyone at the carnival.
You met up with everyone else.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Because he was traveling with a juicer, and the juicer never showed up.
Oh yeah.
you-
Oh,
That's
you were
right.
missing, that's
User
right.
he was traveling with. Okay, so I don't need to grab any of them. I'll just go find him myself.
Sure. So you find Black Claw, and you introduce this young Sly Stalker to Black Claw. You find out that this young Sly Stalker's name is Swooping Hawk. And
Okay.
Hawk, they just call him. What? Uh-oh.
What?
You get
I
that.
just had one that said immediately play it and draw 2 additional cards.
Yeah.
So I did.
All right. So I explained to the guys, I don't know if I explained to you, Wells, from here out.
I just laid my card too.
Oh,
did
you
you-
guys, you both had it.
How's that possible?
I have no idea. I had it the whole time. I was like, I was gonna wait, but he played it, and I said, well, I'll play mine too.
That's not even possible, though. There's only one in the deck.
Well, it's possible because it's there in front of you.
There's something going on with the shuffling, I guess.
I don't know.
Well, it's called
All right.
a one-off thing.
So anyway, I was explaining to the rest of the guys, Wells, from here out, because one game session is not an actual game session, we accomplish much less in an online session than in an actual tabletop session. The way I'm going to handle adventure cards from here out is that you don't get to play one every game session. I'll have certain points in a scenario would be equivalent to a game session, and that's your time frame, and so it might take a couple of nights and you can play cards over. So if you don't play a card tonight and we don't get to the end of the session, you can still play it the next night.
Okay.
And you just keep your cards.
Are you going to do the same thing with experience points?
Yes. No, experience points, you're going to get one minimum every night regardless.
Oh, okay.
But the times that you'll get 2 or 3 is only at certain points. All right. So you get 2 cards to replace it. Then you still only get to play 1 card, but now you got a choice. All right. So you were bringing him to Black Claw. You find out his name was Swooping Hawk, but they call him Hawk. And Black Claw thanks you for taking care of this young one, and his disdain for the Simvan is very clear for what they've done. And he agrees to keep an eye out for him and to make sure he gets connected here.
Awesome.
And
from there,
Black Claw would also like to say to this that when in just a short time, they will go out and avenge them in the way of
Okay.
honor, because that's his way.
All right.
Just keep that in note. He's not going to let that slide.
Sure. All right. Jack, you have armor to fix.
Indeed.
I assume that's your major thing that you want to accomplish back at Castle Refuge.
Yes, sir.
the repairs is not a big deal. The cost of the materials is what's the big deal.
Dear.
And so Castle Refuge, they're not going to do all the repairs on their dime. Ammo, restock, whatever, they kind of look after a lot of that stuff, within reason. And minor repairs, they kind of help out with. And they'll do the work for you. But the cost of the supplies is pretty pricey.
Okay. What is the cost of the supplies?
So they take a day or so to give it a look over to see what's actually gone wrong with it. They ask you, what did you do to this? It looks like you blew it up.
Well, maybe. And I'll show them the video, complete with my own ad-lib narration.
Yeah, of the missile actually impacting the armor.
Yes.
And somehow, miraculously, not disintegrating the wearer.
Correct. So really, I mean, it's nice that Castle Refuge has all of the facilities and all of that. I'm interested in what Northern Gun thinks of this. I mean, this is gold for promotion. Like,
all right.
I think this is amazing.
What was the contact's name again for Northern Gun?
Did I even have one?
I went looking for it and I couldn't find it in the book, but I know it's in there somewhere. It was a name that was, you guys said, that was an actual name of somebody else.
I don't recall his name. I'm sorry.
Do you remember where it was?
Oh, either well, you gave it to us, I think. I have a feeling it was probably in the GM's book.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. I went looking, I couldn't find it. Anyway, whatever that guy is, he's your contact. If you're going to try to get anything from him, you're going to have to roll a persuasion roll.
Well, obviously I can do that. Yep. So I got that.
And
Any
you're going to need to roll
modifiers?
really well. You're going to need to roll really well. Yeah, there's definitely some modifiers because this is an incredibly costly thing you're asking. I mean, I wouldn't say it's cheaper to get new armor because it's not, but it's not far off.
Well, okay, more. I mean, I'm not necessarily just looking for it to get
Because
repaired.
this is an
I'm
incredible.
just curious, what do they want to do with this? Like, how do we want to use this? Do we
I
want
wouldn't say
to
it's cheaper to
want to
get
rebrand?
new armor because it's not, but it's
Have a special edition of the armor, like Indomitable or something like that. Something.
Unstoppable.
yeah. All right, so roll a persuasion roll and see if you can't try to finagle some sort of a deal where they would chip in some money or something. Not with that roll.
What are you talking
is a
about?
critical failure.
This was the most amazing thing to happen in the history of power armor.
The guy looks at you and he says, Jack, I love you, man. You do good work. You brought some phenomenal footage. But I am not paying to fix your armor.
Okay. So, what about just like a special badge? Like, can we get something like that? Like, I have the first suit of your new line of Samson armor. A new trim package or something.
Look, the way you're treating this armor, I don't know who you think. I don't know what sane person would treat a piece of sophisticated machinery the way you're treating this. And he goes back to some of the video footage you're showing him. Say, look how you're handling it here. You're a maniac going through. And he's pointing out all the little nuances of things that you shouldn't be doing with the armor.
Which only inspires your customers to push the armor to the limits.
So
I'm a driving force. I'm an inspiration. You
can see you're getting nowhere with him whatsoever.
And I've also run out of adjectives.
Yeah.
Is Jack D.
So
Ripper
this-
speechless?
The stark reality you're looking at is you need to come up with about 400,000 credits to fix this armor.
Oh my god!
To fix, because you've got armor integrity damage. The jump jets are damaged. The sensors are completely toasted. So there's quite a bit of work that's going to be done on it.
Sweet.
And that doesn't include labor, which they're doing for you for free.
All right. So, what is the cheapest repair I can get done?
You could fix the jump jets for about 25,000 credits.
And did you pick that number after looking at my character sheet,
Nope.
where I have 23,800 credits?
No. No, that was the number that was associated with the repairs. It's going to cost, like, to break it down. It's going to cost 25,000 to fix the jump jets. 50,000 to fix all the sensors and to get that back fully operational, and 325 for the armor itself,
Jump jet.
which is also impeding the mobility and whatnot because of the way everything's all buckled and twisted and.
Oh, sweet. And I'm assuming it's going to take quite a bit of time.
No, they could the sensors and the jump jets. They figured they could fix that in a day or two each.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
The sensors is fairly quick. It just needs a whole new sensor system. So they just take out everything that's in it and put in a whole new sensor system, which is that's not time consuming. It's just costly.
Right. And the armor, what's that like? The
No.
actual structure of the armor. How
Yeah,
much?
that's gonna take about a week.
Okay. Well, and I don't think we didn't get any salvage, did we?
No, but there is a nice railgun mounted on that vehicle.
There is, in fact. That would be a real shame to have to sell it. What can I get for it?
Let me see.
What fraction of book price?
What fraction of book price? No doubt they're gonna, do the best they can for you guys because you are Tomorrow Legion. So they're not making profit off you guys. This is all in-house stuff.
Is that cost?
Yeah. So let me just look up the cost of
A light railgun is 100,000 credits.
100,000 credits.
Mm-hmm.
And so the salvage rate is I mean, so if you give them the railgun, they'll fix the sensors and the jump jets.
Okay. I'm going to confer with my companions because while this is my vehicle, it's kind of affects the whole team. So, what do you guys figure?
I don't care. I'm sleeping. Leave me alone.
Do whatever you want with your own vehicle.
Do whatever I want.
What?
Well, there's this nice sensor package in this glitter boy.
Yeah? Yeah, you want to go that way? First you're at my cousin, and now you're trying to get my armor. So you can back off, buddy.
Hey, I have not tried to sleep with your cousin even one time. That was that other one-eyed freak.
Yeah, well, I just know that you're just trying to compete. You compete with everyone. Everyone, this goes for Ollie. Stay away from my cousin.
Um,
Now I'm going back to bed.
Hey, Corey, before you got here, we were saying that we didn't think you had the guts to actually kill the whole party.
Now that's outside of game, and in game, he's not going to try to kill the party. Outside of game, you just don't know what's going to happen.
Oh, plan failed, Shannon. Plan failed.
Oh, too bad.
We were
Shannon-
talking about how,
Shannon
we were
came
talking
up,
about
he
how
was all-
Shannon had a terrible day at work and he's going to try to do a total party kill. And so he said, I wonder, can I get Corey to goad into killing the whole party?
Hey, I can make it happen. GM just got to make a deal. Just role play it in such a way. I got paid big bucks to do it last time.
No, I'd say go for Wells.
Okay, Heinzie.
I'm at the library, buddy.
Wait now, am I sleeping in the truck?
No, you're back in your bunkhouse.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely don't sell it if I'm in there sleeping.
You do what you think is best there, Jackie boy.
All right, I'll trade it.
So you trade that in, and so they are able to fix your jump jets and your sensor systems.
Woohoo!
So you're still -2 to your armor rating,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it was -2 to the speed.
Well, you
Thanks.
never did affect the speed. You took
Uh,
the sensors, the jump jets, and the armor down.
Okay, it was supposed to affect your speed too.
Okay,
So-
what's the speed?
-2 to whatever the pace is.
And we'll create a new one.
But you, with the jump jets working now, you don't have to make that roll for stability and all that kind of stuff that you were doing before. So
Okay. Armor.
and they warn you if you leave this unrepaired. I mean, they kind of patch it as best they can, but they say like, if it takes another penetrating blow to this armor,
Well,
the thing just may become completely slag.
that seems likely.
So be careful.
Sorry, what was that last bit?
Be careful.
All right, I'm sorry. I hear words. Anyway,
Listen, Jack, this is your life you're taking into your hands, man.
I have too many fans to die.
Yes. Classic.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to Oren. What was it? What was some other things you were investigating?
So the other things, the other two areas I wanted to investigate in was the whole connection between the elves and I made a note here. Basically, the elves and the stone, because I said the stone was elven from the Palladium world. I was trying to see if I can gather some more details about that.
Sure.
And the other role was I wanted to see if there was any other uses for the stone, because we made the connection that the blood of Yukovian was actually an ancient dragon who was imprisoned to another dimension somehow. So I wanted to see if there was a connection there with this soul stone, with this Yukovian guy, to see if there's actually any connection at all. You know, like, is there essence of Yukovian in this stone or something, if I could figure it out.
All right. So make investigation roll for the elves, and
Okay, I'll
then
do that.
make
Do you
one
want me to
for
do that in the tower, or you want
Yep.
me to roll?
in the tower. Yep.
All right.
I will let you know that you rolled a success,
Mm-hmm.
at least.
I'll take that.
Um, the elves in the Palladium world. So what was you were wondering exactly? Like this?
Because you mentioned that this item is elven, And it was from the Palladium world. And I was trying to find it. Is this something that they, is there an area of Palladium that it was from? If
No,
how
it's an ancient magic from the time of magic, time of 1,000 magics,
okay,
which is a part of their history.
Right. And so, how would have something like this been crafted? And then the other connection I'm trying to make, just to where the direction is coming is from, is that knowing that there's some elven folk here at Castle Refuge, I'm trying to narrow in if there's a specific person or specific elf that I could talk to about it.
Okay. So for certain that however it was crafted has been lost to antiquity and time. And like the soul stones themselves, like I said, from the time of 1,000 magics, which is way in the past in that particular dimension in that world. That's all you can find about that. With regards to Yakovian, there's nothing.
Oh, that's not going to be two separate roles? That wasn't going to be two separate roles?
No. With regards to Yakovian, you can't see any linkages to.
Okay, there's nothing at all there, is it?
No, for what you've uncovered, you've only uncovered that one
instance. Well, what about just the actual soul stone itself? I guess what I was trying to see if it could be used for summoning or something of that nature, because I knew it was like a battery and a couple of other things.
Yeah, make a roll on that.
Okay. There we go. In this tower.
You can tell that these soul stones were more than just PPE batteries. The fact that they can house a soul gives it in and of itself all sorts of mystical options that somebody can use for something like that. For example, a lot of the enchanted weapons and whatnot in this world, legendary weapons and different things of this nature that come from the Palladium world and from other dimensions, usually house a soul within it. So a stone of the hilt, a stone in the hilt of the blade, or a stone that's been placed into a blade itself, or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's these soul stones are incredibly versatile in what they can do, because you can trap a soul, and what then magics you can use. And there's all sorts, from dark necromantic type things to anything. So
it's pretty limitless on what it can do. It just depends on what its purpose and what it was designed for.
And someone can even take something that was designed with mundane purposes and use it nefariously if they know the right
way of doing it.
The right way of doing it. Yeah.
Would there have been anything in there? And the other part of intrigue that I have is around why would we be carrying it? Like, why, Acheron didn't want to have it. He didn't want to hold it. He wanted someone else to take it in his stead as, be guardians of it or what have you. Is there anything in the write-up about that?
I'm going to make you just make a knowledge arcana roll for that.
And in the
no, you can roll that right out in the open.
Okay, deadly. Come on, Betsy. I'm gonna any that. Add a +2 and D6. So 7.
It could be cursed.
Oh.
I mean, that's the most logical thing that comes to your mind. It could be cursed.
Makes sense.
Clearly, it's not cursed. Otherwise, you would have got Jack to hold it.
Interesting. How does one find? Is there a way to detect if something is cursed?
Yeah, I mean, there's spells. There's, there's mages that can detect those things possibly, and it depends on the type of curse. But
okay, yeah, gotcha. Okay, cool.
That's the thing that comes to your mind most readily. I mean, there's probably other things, but but
that one makes the most logical sense.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet. All right, so then my next avenue then is basically to probably meet back up with Dorian, and then find myself, see if I can figure out a good elf to talk to here in Castle Refuge.
All right. Back to Sal. You're sleeping, or you're awake now.
He's awake, but AFK.
Yeah.
Okay. Dorian,
Yes.
you brought the young boy back. Was there anything else you wanted to do?
I thought from there, if there's any sort of scribes, or I don't know how you describe them, but basically, if someone's keeping account of what kind of nonsense the various legionnaires have been in.
Yeah, logistics. That would be logistics and
so I want to report in with them, tell them, we've sort of made these deals. This is where we've been. This is what's been happening. Basically, just give someone an accounting of everything that's been going on.
Sure. So for that, you're going to want to talk to your direct major,
Okay.
who oversees the battalion that you guys were placed in, and he will take a report from you guys. So as you go in to speak with the major, another lady, a DB, comes in to speak with you guys as well, and she seems very unique. Her name is Elle of the Owls, and she's got kind of this owl look about her, and you've heard of her. She's the top chief of the special units of Legionnaires. Why she's sitting in on your meeting, you're not sure, but she's kind of a big deal.
Okay.
So who's all in this meeting?
Just
I know how I can wreck it.
Yeah, it's just Pentecost and the major that he reports to.
Lucky for us.
So Elle of the Owl, she's like I said, a DB with this owl-like appearance, almost large eyes, but not like a creepy-looking owl. Like there's something hauntingly beautiful about her, and it's probably a racial thing for her race. And there's something almost like mystical about her as well, off-putting a little bit in her presence, almost as if she sees past the flesh and into the spirit itself. As you go in to report to the major, she's there, and she looks at you and she says, "Mr. Pentecost, please come and have a seat."
Okay. Much obliged.
I assume you're here to report your most recent mission?
That's correct.
Then please don't let me interrupt.
So the major is there?
Yep. So you don't have. You can just tell me. Is there any detail you're leaving out, or is there anything you're putting special attention on?
I'll want to make sure. Because did we make a deal with
The Apocalyptic Cavalry?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
That basically they'll come calling sometime?
Well, that was me.
Yeah, that was Jack himself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
the deal you made with them on behalf of Castle Refuge or the Legionnaires or whatever is that for the camp, they protect the camp for the remainder of the logging season, and then it's theirs.
Right. So yeah, I'll just, communicate that in the normal way. No, I don't think there's anything that I would particularly play down or play up.
Yep. So you tell about the Coalition encounter, you tell about the Neuron Beast.
Yeah.
You tell them about Acheron.
Yep.
Your encounter with the Simban.
Yeah.
All of that.
Yes. Yep.
You can tell she's very attentive. The major is also listening to your report and making notes. The top chief is very attentive to everything you're saying. And she says, like I was saying, Major, I believe these new recruits are hitting well below where they should be. And he kind of got this gruff look or whatever. She looks at you. How's a promotion sound?
I'm here to serve, so in whatever capacity you see fit, I'm willing to do that.
Based on this report, I'm incredibly impressed, Mr. Pentecost, at how you and your team managed to salvage something out of that whole scenario. That could have gone very badly for everybody. But cooler heads prevailed. Yes, we had to make some concessions that probably are not to our best interest. However, lives have been saved, and you managed to save the logging season, which is of great importance to us as we are still in the process of building up Castle Refuge.
Mm-hmm.
So with that in mind, Mr. Pentecost, we are going to promote you to the rank of corporal. And further to that, we have decided that you and your team shall be a special exploratory team. You will work as a unit from here on forward. And when did I become one of stick? What's that about?
Stick in the mud.
Well, apparently, Mr. Pentecost's team, apparently, he's the boss of the team. I'm just making a out-of-game comment.
You don't have to be part of the team if you don't want.
I am the team, just to let you know. You aggravate people, and I knock them down. That's how it's been working. I wouldn't have to fight if you weren't talking all the time.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, him and Jack. Talk.
Yes. Let's go up and have a parlay.
All of my commentary totally pays off.
So, as a special exploratory team, there are certain missions. These teams are the jack of all trade type teams, and they're given some of the more dangerous and missions that are entrusted to the most trustworthy members of the Legion. So it's a high honor.
Perfect.
So
we absolutely readily accept. Yes.
I suggest you go tell your team about this recent promotion. Tell them that we're very pleased, and you can enjoy the week off with pay.
Excellent. I'll be sure to let them know. Sal will be most excited.
Just became a Suicide Squad. Nice. All right. So that's
Team
yep.
Red Shirt has changed, really, other than they're like, yeah, you guys are totally Team Red Shirt.
Yeah, I mean,
deliberately
now you're gonna send you on the more dangerous missions.
Yeah, like I'm looking for 12 rounds, and they're like, sorry, first come, first serve. Well, only when it's important, but we're gonna send you on suicide missions, just so you know. I love it.
But what they're saying is you only need 12 rounds. There's, probably Glitter Boys. There's down to 50 rounds left or whatever.
I suppose they get upset if I ask for some polish too, because I got some.
Oh, they might.
Yeah.
Okay, Jack. Actually, I go back to Sal. I missed you because you were AFK.
Yep.
You were just basically vegging.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So Jack, anything else you want to do besides the whole armor business?
Oh.
Don't you have some editing to do?
Yes, I do have to do that. I'm, as a player, contemplating something less wise.
Oh
boy.
dear.
I'm glad I'm nowhere near him.
So I'm going to find Dorian.
Okay.
Wise choice.
And you were also looking for Dorian, Oren?
Oh, yes, I was.
All right. So, it's it's nighttime now, so obviously you're gonna have to wait till the next day, or unless you can go to his bunk and wake him up. Both Jack and Oren, because your tasks took a lot longer than Dorian's.
Sure.
You're gonna go wake him up?
Oh yeah.
Okay. So Dorian, you're sleeping, and Jack, or a knock comes on your door, late into the night.
Okay. Well, obviously, I'll get up and see who it is.
Oh,
Oh,
Heinzie dropped.
We lost someone, yeah.
Yeah, Heinzie. Okay.
The
It's
owl
Jack.
woman.
Jack, it's late. What's up?
Well, see, I've never had to deal with this before, and I need some advice. So, like, every time I've needed stuff's always been there. Like, I need armor, or I need a truck, or ammunition, or rocket. It's just always there. But now it's not. It's kind of weird and makes me uncomfortable. So what they're telling me is that if I take a really strong hit, I could lose my armor. And I don't know how to replace it. But I got this idea, but it just seems weird. And I just want to know what you think.
Sure.
So what if I was to sell the ATV to the Tomorrow Legion to fix my armor, but then possibly they would reassign it to us, but it would be their ATV. Does that make any sense?
Sure. That
Is
makes
it-
plenty of sense.
Is it smart? Like, that's my ATV. I just got it back. I mean, that's a sweet ride.
What is it out of character? What is it worth?
About $1 million.
And you need 400.
325. And it would be a fraction of that, right? I don't know what it would be, but somewhere between 50 and 75%, I'm guessing.
That you'd get for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Jack's growth moment. I'm learning responsibility.
Sure. Why don't you give up that thing and see if they can give us a decent vehicle and fix your armor?
And you wonder why we get attacked.
What do you mean? Huh. All right. Okay. Thanks, Dorian.
You're welcome. Can you get everyone together for breakfast tomorrow?
Yeah.
Great. And by everyone, I just mean the team, like not the entire league.
Oh.
just
Yeah.
to clarify.
Yeah, I could do that too.
He's back online.
Oh, he missed my big moment of growth.
He did.
Yeah.
Oh,
There's
don't
a
worry,
moment
I'm
where
sure
he's-
Jack will tell him all about it.
He's learning to be an adult.
No. Struggling, kicking and screaming to be an adult.
Well, yeah, let's not get carried away. Come on.
Call failed. Can somebody else try to add him?
Sure. No, failed again. Keep saying fail. Weird.
He's dropped it again. He's showing us offline.
Yeah, he's not showing online here.
Ah.
He's online now.
Try him again.
Yep, just did. Oh, there we
Hey.
go.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. So it's late to the night when you're done your research.
Okay.
So everybody's gone to bed.
Yeah, it works.
So the next morning, Jack comes knocking on your door bright and early.
I'd be up.
Okay.
I'll be up
And-
meditating or something.
Sure. So we'll just fast forward this. He says Dorian's scheduled a breakfast, and he wants everybody to meet together.
Sounds like a plan. I think we've got a lot to discuss.
All right. So you get together for breakfast, I assume.
Yeah, begrudgingly. If it's before
Begrudgingly? All
9.
right.
If it's before 9,
It's
I'm a
before
little
11.
upset.
It's before 11 o'clock.
Yeah, come on.
Exactly.
So I'll just let everyone know the good news of our efforts have been recognized. I've been promoted to the position of corporal. We've been designated a exploratory team with special privileges and expectations, and sort of explain to them what that means, and that we have a week off with pay. Ask if there's any questions. If there's not, then turn the table over to Oren to let us know what he found out.
I have one question.
Yes.
You got promoted?
Yes.
Is that like a group promotion, or is that just you?
That's just me.
Oh, I see. So what about the rest of us?
That's I see, sir.
I don't think so, Jack. Okay. Well then. Very
Is
well,
that a
Corporal.
problem?
I'm just curious to know why you got promoted. Like, I was kicking ass.
You
and
were
taking names.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they probably recognize that age. I've no doubt they've got you here.
If I can step in here, Dorian,
Uh,
I think what he's trying to say is basically we are all a team here, and we all have a part to play, and we are all good at what we do, and Dorian is taking the role of organizing who we are as a team. And Sal, you're extremely well at what you do with your glitter boy. You bailed us out more times than any. And Jack, you've been right at the target. You've been right in the midst of everything.
You don't need to sugarcoat it, bro. Like, we got to have a leader. Someone's got to have the final say, right?
Well,
Otherwise, we're just going to bicker back and forth and accomplish nothing. Totally makes sense.
yes, it does. But under the understanding that we all know our part is as vital as each one of us.
Well, obviously, if I don't record and narrate our adventures, who's going to know what we do? Like, clearly.
I think you're right. Well, the archives are definitely going to want to know about our travels.
But
The S stands for special, not secret.
if they're just, I just want to know why, he got something and I didn't.
You did.
Well, we did get the promotion to the exploratory team.
And you got a week off with pay.
Fine. Whatever.
It's not fair.
This
Why
is,
did he get something? Come
is
on. Ugh. I did stuff.
I can't even.
next thing you'll be going around saying that we're your team or something. Like, I feel like I could throw up right now.
So I just put a note there for everybody in the main chat window.
Jack's going to have his armor paid off in no time.
Yeah.
In inventory under notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's 450 credits per week.
Oh, there.
So, how much?
I see-
How much
I
is
see
everyone
what you
getting
just
paid?
did.
Are we all
I
getting paid
see.
the same?
Oh,
That's what I want to know.
you a glitter boy or a jealous boy?
I don't know. What do you get paid?
450 a week.
You get paid $450 a week.
That's what's in my notes, yeah.
Well, it's not what I get paid. So
That's awesome.
Mm.
There must be a mistake because there's nothing written in my notes.
Oh, God, I love it.
That is awesome. But all things aside, Dorian,
Yeah, there is in your.
do we all get paid something different, Steve?
Oh yes, yep.
I don't.
Based on what?
I don't see it.
Under inventory. in
Oh,
notes.
inventory. Oh, I'm sorry. I
It's
thought you
under
had
the
notes.
inventory tab, notes tab. Like it's under the inventory
Oh, I
tab.
got you. I got you.
Right.
This is bull.
Child labor.
What do you get
This
paid?
is completely illegal. There's got to be there's got to be rights to stop this stuff from happening.
Sal? What do you get paid, Sal?
What do I get paid?
Yeah.
Apparently not corporal wages. That's for sure.
I
Yes,
bet you
even
do.
told-
What's
I
that?
don't get paid $450. He gets paid more than I do.
Well, I mean, obviously, when you're the missile eater, you get paid a little bit more.
I only get paid $330.
Yeah. Well, I'm taking this to the union.
You do that.
Oh boy. Well,
I'm nearly choking on
Seriously?
my piece of bacon right now. I'm that upset.
Okay, I am confused. What do you base this on, Steve?
There's a pay scale in the book.
Yeah.
Sweatshop wages is what he
For
judges it by.
Yeah, for different levels and different ranks and different whatever, right?
Oh, okay, I get you. So it's Because the Mars character starts off as seasoned. That probably-
Exactly.
Gotcha. That's awesome.
Sweatshop. I didn't realize that Tomorrow Legion was a sweatshop operation. I had no idea.
Sweatshop operation.
Hey, Dorian.
Yeah.
How do you like your promotion? More responsibility for less pay. Gotta love it.
Yeah, you were just talking about that, weren't you, Wells?
I sure was.
Well, I for one am glad Dorian has taken on the role.
Oh, hell
Warren,
yeah.
Why did you tell
Congratulations.
me that we're all equal, and then then this comes up? I suppose you get paid like what?
Listen, the monetary value that they put in our pockets is nothing compared to the friendship and the ability that we can rely on each other when we know that we're in the midst of battle. When the heat is on, we know that we can count on our brethren in us. That's something I can count on you guys. And this monetary value that you're getting paid, it's, this is just, but we know when rubber meets the road that each one of us around this table, we are all comrades here. No matter where we lead and where we go forward now, you guys are always ingrained and a part of who I am, and I'm for you. We need to get focused here.
Yeah. I got something I gotta go do.
Sit down, Jackie boy.
No, seriously. I gotta go do something. Oh, right. You got like research and stuff to talk about, right?
Yes, I think we need to discuss.
All right. That's cool.
So yesterday, I spent some time in the Castle Refuge Digital Archive, and I've come across some really poignant information. Some of the information that Acheron has given us concerning this bloodstone, he called it, is an actual soul stone, and it appears that it's actually elven made and from the old Palladium world of magic. It can be used to house a soul or a number of souls. And it seems that the power that you can unlock with it is almost limitless, it seems. One interesting fact about it is that it can act as a battery for magical energy. So once you tap into it, it's almost like when I'm at a ley line, I can draw on its energy, and it seems that you can do the same with this stone. One other interesting piece of information that I came across was Acheron mentioned the blood of Yacovian. It seems that Yacovian is an ancient dragon, but there's no other information about who he was, where he went, where he came from, other than he was imprisoned in some other dimension. It doesn't say how he was imprisoned, doesn't say why he was imprisoned, but he's imprisoned nonetheless. And it just describes him as an ancient dragon. And I don't think I need to go in further detail to exactly how powerful an ancient dragon can be. So it seems we have a bit of a mystery on our hands. Do you still have the stone, Dorian?
I have it.
Do you have it on your person, or do you leave it in your bunk?
Oh God, he
I would
lost
leave
it.
it in my bunk.
You what? You left it at your bunk?
I would leave it in the bunk. Yeah.
I don't think that's a good idea.
All right. I'll go get it.
I think we need to keep it with us at all times. There's something I haven't sensed power like this from.
I haven't sensed the presence.
There's been an
I
awakening.
think we need to keep this with us, with you or I, or just keep it within the group until we can figure exactly what it does and who would be after it.
I agree.
And also, one other note. I think it might be cursed.
So keep it close.
Well,
Go.
you reacted strangely the last time you held it.
I did,
You did.
as did you.
You think I did?
I think it's growing wary on you and you don't realize it. But if you're okay with holding it, I'm okay with you holding it.
I'm okay with holding it. You seemed enchanted by it.
Interesting. Intriguing.
Would it have any effect on someone who doesn't deal in magic
I don't deal in magic.
or psionics or crazy arcane mind stuff?
I don't know. But until we get to the bottom of it, I guess it hasn't affected you as of yet. Whatever it is, but I'm still trying to make a connection to maybe there's a couple of elves that call Castle Refuge as their home. So I'm trying to decipher the best individual to discuss this information with.
Make a smarts roll, Jace.
Okay. Straight at Northern Tower.
Straight out. At Castle Refuge, probably the most well-known mage. It's not an elf. It's she's a member of the Council of Hope.
Okay.
It's basically the council that runs Castle Refuge, which is kind of headed up by Dara Hammerheart herself. She's the dwarf that led the dwarves and rebuilt Castle Refuge and that whole thing.
Okay.
So a part of this Council of Hope is a mage known as Serena Stargazer.
Okay.
And she's actually the counselor of magic for all of Castle Refuge.
Serena
Stargazer.
Stargazer. What do I know about her?
She's a DB that kind of has an elf-like appearance, but probably more, almost more fairy than elf. The elves in Palladium World are not your typical D&D elves.
No, I remember that, yeah.
Yeah, elves in Palladium World are actually more like the perfect specimen of human.
Okay.
They're like taller, stronger, faster, and have the pointy ears as typical elves do. But they're not small and slight. With this one here, she looks more like a D&D elf minus the extremely pointy ears. So it's almost like fairy. She's slight build, smaller, like a D&D elf you would picture, but not great big pointy ears. Something otherworldly about her whole presence.
Okay, so she's the one that comes to mind to probably discuss some of this information with.
Well, she is the counselor of magic. If anybody's going to know anything about magic here, it's going to be her.
Okay. All right, so I'll look at Dorian and say, you keep this soulstone safe. If I did come entranced or something from this stone, it's probably best that somebody hold on to it. If you're not feeling affected by the stone, the only thing that I noticed about you is that you seem to be very almost wary or heavy laden. It seemed like it was just carrying on you, weighing on you, it seemed.
I'll glance around the table and look at our other compatriots and say, I may be carrying a heavy burden at times, yes, but I think I'm okay.
Oh, whatever. We're all here to share it. So you feel like you need to give it on, pass it on to one of us.
Yes. That's exactly the right answer, Jack. Yes.
What?
That's just what I wanted to hear, my man. But
I mean, gives it to me.
But I'll look over again around the table and say, that's exactly what we're here for. Okay.
Orin?
Precious.
Orin?
Yes.
What were you saying? I was daydreaming.
Yeah.
I was just saying a second ago there. I'm sorry. I just was I got a radio call from Olivia, and she said that you
You're a jerk. You're a jerk. I don't like you at all.
Oh snap!
I'm just kidding, Sal. I'm totally just kidding. But to get back on a serious note here, Dorian, if you feel safe to carry it, but if we, this is where we have to watch each other's back here. We don't know what this thing does. But know this, Dorian, that if one of us come to you and we start noticing something about you, you have to try to listen to us. I don't know what this thing does.
Yep.
Now, with that being said, I'm going to see if I can request an audience with Serena Stargazer and have a discussion with her about these items. I got to be honest, maybe I shouldn't be so cautious, but I'm a little bit nervous about this. Just wondering, if this relic or artifact, or I don't know really what to call it, is as powerful as I think it is. I'm a little concerned that she may request to see it and want to have it. I don't know what it does, and I'm just a little cautious about that. But I think we need to start seeking some answers here.
So I don't mean to sound daft. Is it ours, or is it Ashron's?
Well, this is why I'm still trying to puzzle some of this back. He didn't want to carry it. He said that he kind of, I don't know what the word is, he kind of selected us to carry his stone for him.
Right.
He wouldn't touch it.
Okay.
Which is why I kind of think that there might be a curse or something involved. If anything, hopefully Serena Stargazer might be able to give us some enlightenment into all of this. So I guess the next question is, what is everybody going to do from here?
I gotta go say goodbye to an old friend.
Very well. Dorian, you're going to go get the stone?
Yes. Yeah. You think we should carry it at all times?
I think so. We just to know where it's to. And I don't think for now, just don't tell anybody you have it.
Fair enough.
Sal?
Yeah.
What's your plans?
I don't know. I got a week off. I'm just taking it easy.
Sounds like a plan. So if you want, we can meet back later today or something, I guess, once we have some more information gathered. I don't even really know, because I'm pretty sure the standard protocol, they took Asheron. I don't really know where, so I don't know how all that's rolling out. Maybe someone should probably find that out.
Oh, they took him?
Well, as per standard protocol, he's a big dragon coming to Castle Refuge, They did something with him. Not really sure what.
Cool.
So we'll see what we can find out, I guess.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go head to the quartermaster.
All right. So you're going to go to him and basically communicate your willingness to trade the Mountaineer for the repairs.
Yeah. I'm sad. I'm like, running my hand along the mural of Levi and kind of kicking the tires forlornly. all 6 of them. 6.
All 6 of the tires. So we're prepared to take the trade in exchange for the repairs. The vehicle is in pretty good shape. I noticed you did have some custom mods done to her. So if you give us a week, we can get the repairs done on your armor, and we'll forward also. So you said the book value on that was $1 million?
That's correct.
Okay. So we'll do the repairs on the armor, and we'll forward another 200,000 credits to your account, unless you want to.
Unless I want to ...
Wow. We've got that big boss ATV here that you guys used earlier.
So that's the part I'm not familiar with. Like, would they assign a vehicle to us, or do I actually need to purchase one?
Well, I mean, you don't have to purchase one. If a mission required you to have a vehicle, but I mean, they don't just give vehicles because you're going on a mission.
Okay. And really, there's only 2 of us that can move quickly. The other 2 are pretty.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just look up the big boss, but that's probably what I'll do. Having trouble finding it.
I'm pretty sure you will with a name like that.
Well,
Big boss
get me wrong.
ATV.
Go vehicles.
It's not very expensive at all.
There it is. Holy crap! You're right. Okay, well,
Or if you want, I mean, you have the Mountaineer Mach 2, right? Mark 2.
Mountaineer Mark II. Yep.
I mean, if we come across the Mark 1, we can get you one of those.
Okay. Well, let's hold off for now. Do they have medium rail guns?
Do they have a medium railgun?
Correct.
Yeah, they got a medium railgun.
Really? Okay. I'm gonna look some stuff up, but let's continue on. I don't want to.
Yep. All right. So you're gonna hold off. You'll take the credits for now, and
Yeah, I mean, whatever. It's just.
Yeah. All right.
Your tokens
So-
at this point.
All right. So I'll fast forward, unless anybody wants to do anything specific.
I was just gonna go try to find Serena.
Okay. Yeah.
I
So
bet you are.
cheating on my cousin already.
I'd tell it.
All right. So you go look for Serena Stargazer, and you request an audience with her.
Yeah, follow proper protocol.
Yeah. It's a couple of days, whatever. But she meets with you,
Hmm.
and she says, "I understand you have some questions about a particular magical artifact you found."
Yes, and my research into its history has been spotty. It appears we have come across a soul stone, Are you familiar with those?
I am. I take it this soul stone has some connection to the dragon you've brought back with you?
Yes. It seems, well, in our conversations or the information that he would provide, was willing to provide, I don't know if it seems to be in his possession, and he deemed it our responsibility to carry it for him.
Well, Major O'Neill, you want to make a smarts roll when she says Major O'Neill?
Yep, sure will do.
Okay. He's the head of security at Castle Refuge.
Okay.
He's a Borg.
Okay.
Major O'Neill has voiced his concerns about Acheron. He's usually got a pretty good sense with these things, albeit he's overly cautious, which is why he's in the role he's in. But I will tell you, I have talked with Acheron. We have met him as a council. We've sat with him, and I do not trust him.
I kind of figured, because some of the conversations that I was having with him, the information didn't seem to add up. He claims to be Levi's sibling, his brother.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the, from my understanding of the dragon kind, when a dragon is hatched, it is aware of its siblings. But the information that Acheron was providing, he said he was aware of Levi when he was born.
Mm-hmm.
And that he came looking for him for some family business or something or other. There was family matters that they had to discuss. He was very intent on finding Levi. Now, I will tell you that he does look. He has a uncanny familiarity to Levi.
Mm-hmm.
But again, you may be more knowledgeable in the dragonkind area than I am.
He's adamant he's waiting for Levi. Thankfully, the timing is good. Levi is out on a mission right now.
Yes.
I have my concerns, but I will keep them to myself. Let's just say, don't arrange the meeting yourself between Acheron and Levi. We will look after that.
Because
if Acheron comes to see you,
Yes.
to talk to you, you need to report to us whatever it is he's saying. We've got to watch on him constantly, but he knows that. I think he knows that.
Because he also said that he had to take Levi, he said Levi and himself had to go somewhere for some family business. Now, I don't know exactly what that means.
It's very dangerous having a dragon here at Castle Refuge.
I know. And we, the team, didn't see any other recourse around it. I tried to call ahead, but it wasn't wasn't an easy thing to do.
Well, it's done now. There's nothing we can do about it. But if this soul stone that you have has come from him, be very careful with it.
Could it be cursed?
It very well could be. Would you like me to look at it?
You can. Absolutely. One other thing. The uncanniness around the dragon, I guess where he's an older dragon, he has a bit of a demeanor to him as of, how can I put this? A little more powerful than we are. So in that in that mindset, he released some further information. I don't know if it's a game of cat and mouse or what you want to call it, but he mentioned something about the blood of Yakovian. Are you familiar with this ancient dragon?
Make a notice roll.
Okay.
When you say the blood of Yakovian,
Mhm.
just very briefly, she's a good card player, but you see a reaction just from that name, and she doesn't say anything. She just kind of goes silent and looks off in the distance. And she looks back at you and she says, "This requires some thought."
Do you know why the ancient dragon was in prison?
Let us not speak of things that may or may not be.
Very well. I will leave this to your guidance and to your direction.
You can come back with the soul stone, and she tells you, she gives you a time 3 days from now that she can meet with you again.
At this location?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's in her observatory.
Very well.
Yep.
Now,
all right. So I'll fast forward the rest of this stuff, unless there's something else anybody else wants to do.
Just trying to decide if I want to buy a medium railgun.
For yourself?
Yeah, to replace the one I've got, like to swap it out. I've got enough strength in the armor that I could pack a medium railgun as its largest weapon.
Well, you can think about that. So your week leave with pay comes up. So you can all take your week's salary, like I already told you. You're stationed around Castle Refuge for the next 2 weeks. So you're there for 3 weeks total, and you're doing drills and different things like that. So take 2 more weeks' pay, everybody. During that time, Dorian, you are approached by...
Is he back? He stepped away for a second. I don't know if
he's still gone?
No, I just got back.
Okay. You're approached by Paula Mickelson. She is on the Council of Hope. And she talks to you about how she heard about the diplomatic efforts that you endeavored during your last mission in dealing with the coalition forces and dealing with the apocalyptic cavalry, and diffusing that situation. And she basically just says, "Keep up the good work, Sir Pentecost. We're watching."
Thank you, man.
So everybody can take their pay for the next 2 weeks. You bring the Soul Stone back to Stargazer, Oren?
Yeah, I guess I'll take Dorian with me if that's appropriate.
Yep, sure. So she has a look at the Soul Stone.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm going to watch her as she watches it.
Yep, sure. Make a notice roll.
In or out?
You can roll it out. She's definitely looking at it intently, but it's more of a examining it, turning it around, looking around, and she's kind of She says to you, Orin, that this is no ordinary soul stone. That much she's certain. She's not sure of the substance of this particular soul stone. It's nothing that's typical in alchemical properties.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely houses a powerful soul within it.
Is it just one?
From what she can tell, it is. She explains to you that should you wish, one of the major purposes of the soul stones in their creation was as living PPE batteries as such.
Mm-hmm.
The soul is alive inside this stone, and you can draw upon the PPE energy in that stone to power your own magical abilities. Should you wish to do that, I can show you how it's done. But I would caution you, if you feel that it's cursed, it's not something I would recommend doing.
Can you tell if it's cursed?
I would need some time with it, and I would need to cast some very specific spells to try to discern that.
Is there no saving the soul inside?
It's possible, but it's not a power and ability I have.
Could this soul inside this stone, you mentioned that it seems to be quite powerful. Could it be the one that we talked about?
It could, but it would possibly be masked if it is him. Because it doesn't, I don't get a sense that it's that powerful.
Did you seek any direction on the conversation concerning him?
What'd you say?
I said, did you seek any enlightenment or direction?
Not yet. This is something that will require much study and conversations that can't be had lightly.
The last time that I peered into the stone, my Dorian mentioned that I seemed to be almost enthralled by it. I don't recall this.
Hold on there. I'm just typing something to Jack.
Okay.
I'm glad after all these years we've remained friends.
Okay. So what is it you asked, Jace?
Well, I just mentioned that the last time that I was with the stone, that Dorian mentioned that I was enthralled by it.
You're telling that to her?
Yes, I am.
If that's the case, I would suggest not drawing PPE from it.
But I don't recall this. He says that he's seen this happen to me, but I have no recollection of it. And the perception was when he was carrying it that it seemed to be heavy laden on him.
Be careful with it. That's all I can tell you. If you want me to hold on to it, I can.
My concern is the dragon.
What about the dragon?
Well, Ashton mentioned, you and I both know that there is more to that story. And would it be wise for us to leave it with you when we're trying to find more information about him, when he requested us to hold it?
Mm. So he wants you to have the stone.
It seems that way. It was almost as if he selected us to carry it for him.
Be careful. Maybe even this conversation is something that he has created. Perhaps it is best you hold the stone and I not look at it.
You may be right. Well, I thank you for your time and thought
All right.
into this matter.
Okay, so that's what you found from there. Sal, were you doing anything over the next 3 weeks other than your daily chores and routines and drills and
Whining.
whining?
No, well, just whatever the boss man tells me. Whatever the man says.
The man. This is not what I thought it was going to be.
He's gonna be like, go make your bed.
I never get to do the stuff I want to do.
You're always telling me what to do.
Wait till he tells you to clean your room.
Yeah, through your regimen of training and whatnot, Sal, you've had a bit of attitude even towards your drill sergeants.
Well, naturally.
And one day, going through the routines, whatever, you kind of lipped something again, and the sergeant was lacing into you, and a man comes over wearing just regular a regular suit that you would wear in power armor.
Beats the crap out of him.
And he comes over to you and says, "Sergeant, may I spend the next hour with this boy?" And he says, "Yes, sir. Whatever you ask, sir." And he salutes him crisply. You go with this man, and you come to find out that this particular man is the general of the entire force.
Oof.
I'm going to the principal's office.
His name is Hank Hellion Magruder, is what they call him, Hellion Hank. And he says, I was like you when I was younger. He says, I too am a glitter boy pilot.
You're the first other one I've met.
And as soon as you say, you realize like this guy is like the head of the whole military operation here at Castle Refuge, and he's got a reputation of just being a phenomenal glitter boy pilot. And the fact that he's even taken this time out of his possibly busy schedule.
The fact that he recognizes your existence.
Yeah.
Well, he can hear yours.
Nice.
And so basically over the next hour, he runs through some of the drills with you. And while he's doing that, he's kind of in his own way giving you encouragement to stick with it. And not to balk at the regimen, because one day that may save your life. And
I think I may have found the closest thing to a father figure since I lost my dad.
And he says to you, he said, "I look forward to hearing great things about your exploits, Willem."
Yes, sir, General Hank. Is Hellion
And,
Hank
he's-
what? McGraw?
Magruder.
Magruder. Magruder.
General Hellion Hank Magruder. But nobody calls him Hellion Hank to his face.
Yeah, they call him Sir.
Sir.
Yeah.
General Sir. Yes, sir. General Hellion Hank McGruder, sir, whatever he wants to say, sir. Yeah, well, obviously, Sal is actually quite taken in by this. Feels all kind of important somehow.
Not humble. Oh no.
He feels worthy. Yeah, that's cool.
All right, so Jack,
Hmm.
So with all that considered, they will make that deal with you. They'll install the they'll give you the medium railgun and all that, and you will also walk away with 72,000 credits.
72,000?
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Nice.
It's not bad, yeah.
So you get the medium railgun, the big boss, get your armor repaired.
And how much to get a custom paint job with both Northern Gun and special exploration or special exploratory team and a like a glossy red kind of enamel coating to it?
I don't think we want to have special exploratory team labeled across the rig.
Again, special, not secret. This is a promotion, right? You gotta be proud of where
all
we
right.
come from.
That'll run you 10,000 credits.
Oh my God, I'm so paying it.
All right. So that can all be done in the 3 weeks while you're there. So
That's a
3
hell of a
weeks.
paint job, Steve. Holy crap.
What? It's expensive?
10,000 credits for paint?
Hey, artists are hard to come by in the rich world.
So can I assume that it's pretty boss then?
The Night's Watch. Yeah, you're very pleased with it.
Okay, excellent.
Okay, so the 3 weeks pass. You guys make your, do your stuff, find out all you need to find out, all that kind of stuff. Nothing strange happens. Levi still doesn't return. Asheron
What are you doing with him?
he's approached you guys and says, "I hope you're not stringing me along."
Stringing you along.
Yeah, waiting for this Levi that's never here. If I find out you're double crossing me, I will kill all of you.
Okay.
In dragon form or human form?
In human form, he's saying that to you.
Angry fellow.
You're wasting my time. But so anyway, he says, thankfully, I live a lot longer than you will anyway, so I have time to waste. And he goes about his day. So you can tell he's not happy, and you rather avoid him rather than talk to him.
Absolutely.
So the 3 weeks pass, and you are called in by the major of the special exploratory teams, and he says, "I have a mission for your team." So he summons you to his office, to his headquarters. he says into the old Oklahoma territory. We sent an arcane anomaly team. They were investigating some strange readings that had been discovered a few weeks earlier. So they left last week and went there. And we've received a distress call from one of our operatives in the group reporting that the 2 line walkers and the wilderness scout that had gone. So there's only 4 of them. 3 of them have gone missing.
Ooh, interesting.
He's alone, and he definitely believes that there's some strange magical force at work out there. And he's asked for reinforcements to come. So right now, we want to send you guys to see what's going on, to rendezvous with him, and see if you can't get to the bottom of where our missing legionnaires have gone. And possibly to figure out what this arcane anomaly is.
Is there ley lines in the area?
There were none visible.
Okay.
But the readings were showing that there were, which is why we went to investigate.
Interesting. What would cause something like that, Steve?
Could be anything. This is Rift's Earth.
So I've never seen anything like that happen before.
No.
Okay, fair enough. That's all I need.
I mean, it could be the ley line could be invisible. It could be underground, or it could be something that's giving a reading of strong magic that's imitating a ley line.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. So I assume you would like us to depart right away?
Yes, you'll leave in exactly 1 hour. Get your stuff together.
Very well.
And before you go, our operative has requested that you give him a password. The password is Sasquatch.
Okay, so as much as I'm able to, I assume we'll meet in the garage where the vehicle would be.
Yep.
I try and time it that as the guys come out, I walk out and play the theme song to Ripping Through the Wild in my new awesome looking armor. Bigger gun, more shiny, completely
God.
emblazoned. I am just pimp.
All right.
And I'll even walk just slightly slower than I probably would need to for added drama.
Slow motion.
With explosions in the background, I'm sure.
If I could have managed it. Oh, dude.
Come on, showboat, get in there.
Dorian's with us now, I assume.
Yeah, the whole crew.
Whole crew's there. Well, I'll just walk over towards Dorian and just say, we're heading out now on our mission. Should we let her inform our dragon friend?
Asheron?
Yes.
Um,
I'm just a little worried he may become hostile because we are off doing whatever.
we have the stone, right?
I assume you do.
Yeah. Yeah. I think we tell him. He says he can always find us. He can find us if he's looking for us. We have the stone.
Seems like kind of an awesome tracking device.
Yes. Maybe we, do that. I would prefer to do that rather than the perception of us hiding something.
No, I think that makes perfect sense.
Very well.
Okay.
We'll go find a dragon before.
All right, make a notice roll.
Who?
Oren.
Notice it is. Boom.
All right.
Boom,
You,
boom, boom, boom,
yeah.
boom.
You easily find them in like 10 minutes. You track them
Okay.
down, and you explain to him you have to leave on a mission. And he's like, "Am I your mom?" Like, go.
Very well.
Don't make me regret giving you that stone.
We don't, but maybe it would be better if we understood exactly what it did.
He just looks at you with an exasperated look in his face, and he says, "Go." And he just brushes you off with his hand.
I tried. All right. Very good. Very good.
All right. So the area that you have to travel to is plugged into the coordinates on your map that's loaded onto the Big Boss. It's a little over 150 miles west southwest of Castle Refuge, kind of getting towards the outskirts of their sphere of influence, and even the outskirts of the coalition's territory.
Perfect.
It's where? Sorry.
150 miles
Yep.
southwest, or west southwest, I should say.
West, southwest. So
West
heading
southwest. So it's
heading
yeah.
towards Texas.
Slightly, but more into the Oklahoma territory. Actually, I got it a little marked on the map there.
That little arrow?
Where's the map?
Oh, yeah. In the New West.
Where's the map that you're able to see?
You click on images.
Images, yeah.
That's not actually right. So you fix that. Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so there's a little green arrow right where that's pointing. That's roughly where you're going.
Okay.
All right. So you head out. Make a assuming Jack, you're driving.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll be darned.
Say,
Jack is making good time. The area here is pretty rough. Getting in that direction, there's not much in the way of roads and trails. There's some forest to get through. It's not as all terrain so much as the Mountaineer was. But Jack navigates well, and you manage to traverse the distance in about 5 hours.
not bad.
Making good time.
So does this require, like, because we gave away what we were using to haul the power armor, and now we've lost the giant.
No. The only thing you were using to haul the power armor is because you had a little Jeep. He got his Mountaineer back, and it all fit inside of it.
Yes, and then we just sold the Mountaineer.
Yep.
So does this thing carry the power armor?
It's a good question.
Let's see. Big Boss ATV. So as many as 7 could be squeezed in, but vital cargo would have to be strapped to the outside with the rest left behind.
Yeah. So
Good for 4.
yeah. So if you could squeeze 7 in, you could fit the 4 of you, and the 2 suits of power armor could be squeezed in there. Definitely. It's going to be tight quarters.
Or strap it to the outside.
Yeah.
Really, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
It's not like it rusts when it gets wet. Well, at least his doesn't.
It doesn't even get blown up.
The problem is you're going to need to recharge possibly before you get back.
Recharge the
Engine.
Yeah. That's their solar, aren't they? Isn't that how they work? Thought
Well,
that's what I was reading.
these are critical things we should know before we start driving out into the desert. Into the deserts, right?
Yeah.
And who's
We'll
running
figure
this
that out.
operation?
We'll figure that out in when you need to recharge.
Who's in charge of this? It's not me.
Oh.
Funny.
All right. So you come up to the area that's been marked on your map, and there's some forest there. You're getting into the plains, but there's some rocky outcropping in that area, and you can see it, off in the distance. This kind of rocky outcrop, and as you drive up closer, you can see there's a lone human or humanoid off in the distance, sitting on a rock.
As we're arriving too, Steve, I want to be sensing for ley lines and maybe some magical energy and that kind of thing,
Do you automatically sense ley lines?
I think so. I gotta double check that now. I think it's a given, but let me just double see here now.
You look that up. And,
yeah, I'm gonna look up the framework here now.
So he's sitting on a rock. He's got a little fire. As you get closer, you can see it's a fire there going.
And this is where we're supposed to meet this guy?
Yeah, it's in the area.
They didn't give us a countersign?
They did not. They said he requested a code word.
Okay. Did they give us any description of what this guy looks like?
He's a crazy.
He's a crazy?
Again, who's running this operation?
Okay.
They said you don't need a countersign. You'll know him when you meet him.
Did they give us a name?
Johnny Feck. And his wigwam.
They didn't give you a name. They said you'll know him when you meet him. It's no point for us to give you a name.
Okay. So.
And they kind of do that with a roll of the eyes. I can't believe I have to manage this guy.
Is there weapons on this vehicle?
No, sir.
Okay. So bring us in close enough to get a visual on whether or not this is our guy.
Sounds good.
Yeah, you come in close, and I mean, it's a guy. He's wearing body armor, and he doesn't have his head shaved bald like some crazies do, but his hair is close cut, and you can definitely see the implants. He's not wearing his helmet.
Okay. Looks like our guy. Let's.
And he gives you a 2-finger wave.
A 2-fingered wave. Are both fingers on the same hand?
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Like the index finger, middle finger, just little.
But just of a different creature. He's holding them in his hand.
Nice.
It's the chicken he's eating. It's the claw of the chicken he's eating.
Once we roll up, I'll say, all right, so this is our guy. Let's get out and deal with him.
So, Steve, I can sense ley lines within 10 miles. I can automatically tell how powerful and what direction it's blowing.
There's definitely a ley line here, but you don't see it.
Okay, so there's something here.
You're definitely sensing a ley line.
Within 10 miles.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah. I mean, you were sensing it before you got there.
And there's no sense of a rift or anything like that, because I can sense that too.
There's definitely a sense of a rift.
Okay, well, before we get out, I will, gentlemen, just be on your toes. There's definitely a rift opened up close by, which means we could be facing eyes into anything. It's true.
The response of a well-prepared soldier. Be prepared. This could be anything. Sweet.
Not talking
Sweet.
about. Oh, boy.
Fantastic.
It's going to be great.
Point me in the right direction.
All right.
That's like saying expect violence. No, really? Huh. Weird. Violence.
Let's get ahead and deal with this guy.
All right.
So I'll go up, approach him, I guess.
He looks at you with a quizzical look on his face as you approach. He points at the vehicle. Sedentary entropy team? Is that? Huh? Is that you guys? Are you just sedentary entropy?
We're here on behalf of the Tomorrow Legion. We're looking for a man. Does that happen to be you?
I am a man.
Oh,
But
yeah.
are you a Sasquatch?
This is awesome.
Sasquatch. Ha ha. You are the Tomorrow Legion. Fantastic. They got my message. And he puts out his right hand to shake the first person who's closest to him, which would be Pentecost.
I would assume.
Sure.
Okay. Hubert George Hungerdunger at your service.
Yes. Yes.
Hubert George Hunger Dunger.
Oh,
Best name
HG.
ever.
HG. Yes. That is awesome, sir.
You can call me HG Hungerdunger or Mr. Hungerdunger if HG is too informal for you.
Mr. Hungerdunger, pleasure to meet you. You can meet the rest of the crew here. Sal, Oren, and Jack. Should we settle in, perhaps?
Sal, Hubert George Hungerdunger, and he puts his hand out to shake your hand in your big glitter boy armor.
And
Or I assume you're not in armor now, though.
no, I was not. No. I'm like, you're cool.
Oren, Hubert George Hungerdunger.
Pleasure.
Jack, is that Jack? Hubert George Hungerdunger, and he shakes everybody's hand.
Jack T. Ripper. It's nice to meet you.
So when I call your name, do you want me to say Jack T. Ripper?
Nah, Jack is fine. But I got some cool vids for you later.
All
That
right.
sounds kind of strange. You want to watch some vids? Huh? Hey, buddy, I got some videos. You want to watch them?
And he says, yeah. So this cave, really strange stuff going on down there.
What can you tell us about it?
There's a mystical illusion in the cave that's hiding a stairwell, a carved stairwell that goes down. The other two line walkers and the scout that we were sent out with, they went down there, and man, I haven't heard from them. They didn't check back in. I don't know what happened to them. So I thought, it's probably best that I contact the Tomorrow Legion and get some backup out here.
That was a wise move. Did you lose radio contact with them as soon as they went down, or did it dissipate over time? What happened?
I couldn't tell you exactly when we lost radio contact. It happened shortly after they went down, I think. I'm not sure exactly when they went down the stairway. Not 100% certain.
Okay. So what time of day is it, Steve?
It is late afternoon.
How long have they been gone?
Oh, that was yesterday evening. They went down there.
They went down through the stairwell.
I guess they went into the cave and went down the stairwell. I just volunteered to stay out here and keep a watch, because we didn't know what was going on. Anything could have been coming around, and I just figured it would be smart to have somebody on lookout.
And they've been unable to reach them via radio.
Yeah, communications are gone completely silent.
What type of crew went down there? Like who?
It was 2 line walkers and a scout.
I'm sensing a rift close by. I'm wondering if
a rift where?
I'm
Squirrel!
It's close. I'm wondering if the stairwell down is actually an entry point in through the rift, which is why we would have lost radio contact if they jumped dimensions.
That's a good theory. They said something about a rift. How long is a rift normally open?
What do I know about that, Steve? I guess it varies.
It varies, yeah.
From moments to forever.
Yeah, maybe they went through the rift. Maybe that's what happened.
That's what I'm thinking.
Oh, would I look foolish if they just went through the rift and just checking out the other side?
So, HG Hunger Dunger, you planning on coming along with us?
No, you're gonna need someone to stay lookout out here, man, just in case, right? I mean, you don't want to get trapped in there. Who knows, right? We don't know what's going to happen, so I'm going to just stay topside and make sure nothing else comes in. Me and he pats his sidearm there. He's got a long vibro sword strapped to his leg. He said, "Yeah, me and my trusty lightsaber, we're going to protect this cave."
Your lightsaber?
Yeah, this is lightsaber, and he hauls it out and he goes.
Nice. Where's he hiding his stormtrooper armor?
Oh, bad memories.
So, well, thankfully we're not trying to be quiet in the giant corner.
I don't see any boats.
Hello.
What is he waving around, Steve?
What do you mean?
Like you said,
Be right back, guys.
Now that sounds like a pervy question.
What? When he said what? He's what?
You said he hauled something out and went. Zoom, zoom,
Yeah,
zoom.
it was a vibro sword.
Oh, okay. How big is the cave?
It's a fairly big cave entrance. You guys could easily fit in there, your power armor and all that. It seems roomy enough to fit in there. It's it's a good 9 feet in height. The entrance is, and 6-7 feet wide.
That's a tight squeeze for me.
I'll just at the entrance itself, Steve. I'll see if I can start to sense anything from the cave itself. If I'm getting a stronger sense from a ley line or a rift or something.
No, the rift is the focused of whatever mystical energy is in this area. It's hard to pick up any other readings because of it.
Okay. Well, I think we have to explore it.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, my concern was just whether or not the Glitter Boy is going to make it down size-wise.
Well, I guess we take him with us until we can't.
Yep, absolutely. It's just, it would be a shame with his advanced sensor systems. He can probably maintain that radio contact longer than the rest of us.
Does actually, I'll look over. HG, have you got any? Have you have radio on you?
And he just points to the walkie that's there on the ground next to him.
And I'll just say, Sal, you can sync up with that radio.
Yeah, it should be no problem.
I didn't think it would be for you, because you're good at what you do.
Whatever.
I give him a thumbs up.
But thank you. He says begrudgingly, thinking about what the general said to him.
Okay, so who's going in first?
I'll go in first.
And I'll follow with him.
And you're going with them?
Yep.
Are you going in your armor, Sal, or what's your plan?
Well,
If he can fit.
if I can't go in my armor, you're going to have a 13-year-old kid going in there with, like, a pistol. So I'll go in as far as I can.
Do you have a ranged weapon other than the boom gun?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
I'd suggest maybe while we're in a cave, not the boom gun.
Yeah, it might be a good idea.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Don't want to bust up the old earlobes.
Or
I
collapse
was
the roof.
thinking busting up the old skull as the cave falls on top of me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't want that to happen.
All
As
right.
he says
so
not sarcastically.
So Dorian, you're going first.
You have to point that out because you, Corey, are incapable of saying it non-sarcastically.
Exactly right.
So as you're going in, HG Hungerdunger says, so just keep in radio contact, okay? And if I lose radio contact, well, I'll call Tomorrow Legion and get another bunch of recruits out here.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, so you can move yourself on the map wherever you want to.
So, what are we looking at here? Like, this is like we're outside, and right in front of me is the inside of the cave.
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Going with him. I'll try to see if I can do a detect arcana as we go too, Steve. See if there's anything that I sense along the way.
Yep. It's pretty dark in here. Do you have any form to see in the dark? Anything to?
I'm looking here now.
Do all the armors?
I don't know. Do they?
Good question.
I know the power armors do.
Power armors for sure. Yeah.
How do you find that out? Is it in Player's Guide? Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever armor you have.
But just look at armor.
Oh, okay.
Like a lot of them, it just says generally speaking, armors all have this, and this.
offsets illumination penalties by 2.
All
Light-
armor. That's
All have basic.
Yeah, it's light sensitive visors.
okay.
So do you want us to go in now, or do you want us to wait? Like, why don't we send the person in to kind of scout out and then come back? Perhaps we can send some of old Jack T. Ripper's drones in to have a look-see.
Are his drones flying or are they strapped to his armor?
Do new.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen them hover around him.
That's a good idea then. Let's do that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Jack's not here though.
All right, well, we'll slowly walk around the corner and see what we see. Till Jack returns.
I'm gonna move up to the cave entrance just to be on rapid response.
Dun dun dun.
Keep moving.
Yeah.
Oh, the sound effects would be cool right now. Whatever that was kind of perfect timing.
What did you hear?
It's like something vibrating. Yeah, there's
That.
That? Oh, that's the train.
Cave. It's rocky.
Is that a on purpose blue light we're seeing?
No.
Blue light.
Yeah, the caves. It looks like it goes blue in there.
That's from the entrance out.
Oh, behind us.
That's the settings. That's the sun as it's peering over the edge of the cave. You continuing in?
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
I'm back.
Okay.
We were talking about the idea, all Sal's idea, of course, to send in your drones
Oh yeah.
and see if they can explore around and
I don't want my drones to have all the fun, but sure, we can send them off. Send one off on every other fork in the road.
So Sal, if you send the drones in, or not Sal, Jack, if you send the drones in, you're getting the feedback of what they're seeing.
I guess that's up to us to determine. Right now, what I use them for is to just record the events around me. I don't know that I have.
Oh yeah, a live feedback.
I mean, it's that's certainly not difficult technology. Drones of today have that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine why I wouldn't have it, but I don't know. It's up to you.
No, I mean, yeah, sure. Is you're getting a readout on your HUD.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
So yeah, so you send them in, and you basically see it's not a big cave. It's got two forks, and it doesn't go very far.
Oh, perfect. That makes it easy.
But you definitely see some bones in there.
Like, what kind of bones? We'll go up to them and take a look.
Not human.
Not human because they're enormous and from like a dinosaur, or not human because they just look weird?
Just look weird.
I don't know. I'm not a biobotan archaeologist, whatever. Whoever looks at bones, those guys. So, I'm going to keep going.
Okay. So the cave doesn't go very far. There's not, like I said, there's 2 forks and that's it. And that's all there's to it.
Well, didn't we get told that there was a call it an illusion or something?
Yep.
My detect arcana picking anything up, Steve?
Your detect arcana is definitely picking up some sort of a mystical force or something in this cave.
Seemed like a veil or something.
An active spell.
Further ahead?
Yep.
Well, I'll engage Dornan to say we should investigate further.
You aren't seeing past any sort of illusion?
No, there's an active spell here, though. Can I tell what it is?
I don't know. What's detect arcana say?
Well, I can do it free of will. I just gotta find out now exactly what it does. Allows characters sense supernatural persons, objects, or effects within sight. This includes invisible foes, enchantments on people or items, mad science devices, and so on. Yeah, sense supernatural persons, objects, or effects within sight.
Yeah, so you don't know what it is, other than that it is magical.
Very well. If there's something here, we'll have to just proceed with caution, I suspect.
Okay, you're gonna continue up.
I think so. You coming, Dorian?
Yep, pressing on.
Yep, I'm all good. Let's do it. Oh, are we supposed to move our own characters?
Yep.
Why are we letting the squishies go ahead?
There's the bones.
We're doing that because it's too small. We're scared that it's too small for your armor.
Oh.
Okay, so just ignore the little hatchet and pail and all that that's in there. What you see, is the bones over in there and that other side, and they, whatever they are, creatures of some sort, DBs or something.
Can we tell?
Do you have any kind of medical or
Survival.
No, it's not going to do it for you.
They're not dragon bones, are they?
No, they're way too small for dragon bones.
No. Okay.
So you can make an unskilled roll.
Done.
Yeah, you're not sure what they are.
Okay. Fair
the
enough.
mystical.
Where's the energy coming from?
Right where Jack's standing.
Can I get a range if it's just around the area, or if it's in a specific spot or an object?
It's an area. It seems like it's an area spell of some sort.
Well, I'll pick up a rock and... Is Jack actually standing there?
Yeah, I'm going to start poking the walls. Poke, 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 poke. Just move around, and I'll start here and just keep working my way around. Tuk, 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 tuk.
As you start poking the walls, your hand goes through this wall right there.
Nice. Found it. Ooh, super powerful magic.
Oh boy.
All right, let's do this. I step through.
You know, I'm glad I'm not the only 13-year-old in the party.
Lovely.
Everyone who's taken a missile full onto the chest, raise their hand. Oh, yeah. There we go.
I'll follow behind him.
Okay, so Jack, you go down first.
Oh my.
Sweet. So where I am is where I appear?
Yeah.
And the 11 is just nothing? Don't worry about it?
Yeah, just ignore the numbers.
Okay. Well, then I will move to what clearly appears to be stairs and wait for my companions.
Yeah, it's as you're down here, you can tell this is all, it's almost like it's formed into the rock. Some of it is natural, some of it's definitely been done with tools.
Ooh, I got an idea. I radio back to Sal because clearly he hasn't come through yet.
Okay.
And do I get a response?
Nothing.
Haha.
Hmm.
Gone through a rift.
I'll follow him through.
Okay.
And me too.
Well, someone should go back and tell Sal, and then Sal can radio HG something lightsaber dude.
Just that communication gets cut off when you go through.
Yeah, where we're at and why.
Okay. I'll pop back through and ask Sal to make that communication.
I will pass it along.
All right. So you let HG Hunger know that you're going to be out of communication range.
Yep.
Okay.
And why and what's going on. Like, he feels like following us again.
Yeah, HG Hunger, this is the big shiny. You copy?
When you're back through the other side, before you pass through?
Before I pass through, yeah, because I'm assuming Pentecost came back.
Big Shiny, you are... Who are you?
Oh yeah, I'm the Glitter Boy pilot
Oh, yes.
that just came down here a little while ago.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah,
listen,
sure,
just want to let you know, the gang and I, my crew, are they're heading. We just found a hidden portal. Something is it like a magic thing? So we're walking through it. So we're going to be out of comms for a while, but just wanted to keep you in the loop. That my crew and I are going to go out of comms for a bit.
All right. I'll be here tending the fire for when you get back.
Sounds good, man. Look after yourself. Big Shiny out.
Over and out. So it's as you walk through that mystical illusion thing, it's stairs that come down here. It's not like you just appeared into a room. It's stairs that lead down. And you come into this room.
Okay.
So what's around the room?
It's just regular stone walls. Very dark down here. Does anybody have anything better than the infravision on your or the low light vision, because that ain't helping you.
Would
There's not much. There's not much ambient light right here.
Would the
think
power
my-
armor have external lights?
I don't know. Does it?
I don't know.
Let me see.
If it doesn't say, it doesn't have it.
Who's running this operation again, anyway? Can't the mage like cast like a globe of daylight or something? Like, can't you like?
You guys have thermal imaging and night vision, but it's not going to help in
It's
the
like
lighting
dark, is
here.
it?
Yeah, pitch
Yeah.
black, so there's no external lights.
But we do all have that kit.
That's what I was wondering. Is there anything in that?
Pretty sure there's some lanterns and crap in there. Once I find where it is.
A survival pack. Oh, I got it here.
It's marked as on, not ID'd. I need someone to.
Oh, there's a flashlight in here.
Wow, that is an obnoxiously loud train. Who gets to experience that?
That would be Shannon. There's no trains in Newfoundland
Like, at all? You just
at all.
Newfie Bullet went in the 80s.
Yeah, there are no trains in Newfoundland. Yeah, it's really not that loud. I don't know why it's picking up so loud there.
There is a flashlight in that survival kit.
Perfect.
Yeah. So, who's taking up the flashlight?
Well,
well.
Well, we only need one because, really need one because once there's a little bit of light, our night optics will pick up then.
exactly. So we'll ration out the flashlight batteries for now.
Sure. Yeah, let me take it mine first, and because you guys have need, you probably need your hands,
I'm good.
and we'll shine it around the room to see what we see.
Okay. So it's just an empty little room like this with stairs going down. Like I said, the stairs semi-natural, but definitely tools used to carve it a little bit more.
Are we seeing any tracks, any footprints, anything of our comrades who would have came this
Do
way?
you have tracking?
Ah,
I do.
Roll it.
so do I.
Boom, ba boom, boom, boom.
Oh,
Yeah.
You're probably at -2 there.
Um, Oren, the dust has been disturbed, but who disturbed it, you can't tell. In this light, and because it's the granite type floor and stuff, but there's definitely been movement through here.
And it's leading down the stairs?
Yep.
Perfect. Let's go.
and I'll lead the way if you don't mind.
Short, move your token.
Take the right path.
Yeah, I always stay to the right.
As you come into this section of the cavern, you see throughout, strewn about this cavern and along the walls, all sorts of objects. It looks like barrels and chests. Looks like old metallic items, pieces of things, all throughout the area, and they're all covered in like this fine layer of bluish green rust or something.
What?
Bluish green rust.
Are we talking like Rust, or would it be like a fungus, or?
You want to get closer and look?
Sure, I've got sealed suit. I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Make a notice roll.
Oh yeah, nice.
Yeah, it looks like a mold of some sort.
All right, well, that's probably not good to breathe in. I'll let everyone know. And you said there was almost like supplies and stuff in here, barrels and things.
Yeah, there's all kinds of stuff in there.
All right, well, I'll tell the mage and Pentecost to stay out, and I'll start disturbing this stuff. So I'll probably be kicking up mold spores.
I'm in sealed armor.
Oh, then you're fine then.
And I got an aspirator and everything with mine.
Never mind. Let's all play in it.
Let's all play in the mold.
Let's not limit our exposure at all.
Well, I'm not going to play in the sandbox, so I'm going to move myself up to this side here and just keep an eye out.
Sure.
Okay, so yeah, I'm in it, playing
Jumping
around,
in.
checking things out.
Okay. As you rifle through this different stuff, I mean, it seems like it's a treasure trove of pre-Rifts artifacts and coins and all kinds of things.
Neat.
Man, that stuff is worth a mint, literally.
Real, like a Scotch mint or one of those chocolate-filled mints.
Like
which
5 of
one?
them.
Oh my god.
No, seriously, like this stuff is worth a fortune. We're rich, man.
Well, it doesn't belong to us, just FYI.
It's covered in this mold?
It's in a cave.
Yep,
Mold
it's all
in the
covered in the
caves.
mold.
All right, we'll leave it for now. I presume we're coming back this way.
Can you tell? Is it just like cave mold, or is it something like? Is it organic?
Are you going in and look at it?
Yeah, I'll go in just to have a quick look.
Make a notice roll.
Do I see if it's getting on Jack or Warren at all?
Not from out there, you can't.
I got the flashlight.
Yeah, shine it on Jack.
Okay.
Yeah, Sean, you see a purple liquid. I'm going to taste it.
Yeah, I mean, where he's been rifling through stuff and handling stuff, there's a little bit on the hands of his power armor.
Okay,
Was
it
it-
doesn't look like it's
is it-
going up his arms or anything.
No.
So it doesn't look organic or anything, does it?
Oh, it's definitely organic, but nothing that you've seen. It's not like a mold that grows on a tree or a rock or something like that. Like this, it's on metal, and it looks like it's actually, as Jack is handling some of the things like the crates and stuff, like some of it just falls apart.
Okay, well, yep. Let's get out of there, Jack, buddy.
Hey. You leading, Sal, or you want me to lead?
No, go ahead.
You can't get past them.
No, I'll go ahead. You stay behind me.
All right.
All right.
I can't accept your move. Oh, it's not your move. You going ahead, Sal?
I did. I moved myself up. That's my.
I can't accept the move for some reason. I'll just manually move him. That's fine.
Okay.
Oh, that's
what
because
the
it was
heck?
his. That's because it was his.
Nice.
What
Oh,
happened?
I'm so huge.
I'm huge.
Oh, I know why. You never dragged it over from the combat tracker.
Yeah.
That's why.
I can bring up the rear if you two want to be in between Sal and I.
Sorry, Sal.
Nice move, Sal. You got the robot armor jock, or the power armor jock, right?
Oh yeah.
Dunk, dunk.
All right. Sal, as you get up there, there's a faint light coming from the left.
Hey guys, we got something up ahead.
It's a bluish glow.
Hey Oren,
Yes, sir.
come up and have a look at this.
All right, I'll come up with him. See if I can have a look with him.
Point towards the light.
See anything, Steve?
This area ahead of you, it's moist. There's like dripping from the wall and stuff like that. It's that area, and then to the left, there's definitely a blue glow out that way.
Hmm. It's like a haze.
No, it's a light, like a blue glowing light coming from that direction.
Hmm. I'm gonna do this.
Okay. Oren chants a few words, it disappears.
All right.
Oren?
I'm gonna have. I'll be right back.
Whew, okay. Thanks for telling us what you're doing there, buddy.
Here, have a look.
All right. So you see that in that area, right, where that blue is, it's an underground river, but above the river is a ley line, like running directly above the river.
Wow. Do you see anything else here besides that?
Yep. On the bank of the river, I mean, it's all kind of like a rocky granite, picture like Leech Brook type of
Sure.
rock. You see this eating a fish.
It's Gollum. Come on, Gollum.
And it's about 8-9 feet long.
Whoa, it's a big one. Interesting. Well, I'll head back.
Okay.
Tell the boys what I seen. There's a ley line up ahead, an underground river, and there's some lizardy creature there as well.
Lizardy creature?
Yeah, it looks like half lizard, half fish almost.
Half lizard, half fish.
Yeah, it's a fissured.
Yeah, it was on the shore eating it's a very, it looked like a oversized reptile, somewhere between 8 and 9 feet long. We could probably avoid it. And I'll head up around.
Yeah, what's up?
Yep.
Do you want to do that?
Well,
Sure.
let's take a look what's up first, for sure.
Okay. Well, I can scout ahead again. If
Are you
everybody's
asking
okay
or are
with it.
you telling?
I'm asking. I said I can scout ahead again if you want me to.
Hey, man, if you're feeling brave, you do it. Otherwise, I'll do it. Or
All
I'll
right,
bring
I'll-
up the rear. Doesn't matter.
In this area, it's damp.
Mm.
There's some old fish carcasses and also some bones scattered about in here.
Hmm. Can't really tell what kind of bones they are. They just kind of, they're not human or anything, are they?
Make a. Do you have first aid or medicine or anything like that?
Mm-mm.
Okay,
Survival.
just make a smarts roll. They look human.
Great.
Looks like like a human femur or and there's definitely maybe a hand, like a arm bone or something like that. Yeah.
There's no possessions or anything around the validated or anything, is there? There's probably something that was pulled, dragged back here, probably.
Yeah, it's just bones.
Okay, well, I'll come back to the crew and tell them it's a dead end. Looks to be like a feeding ground or something, maybe a den for that creature that I seen. So it looks like we're gonna have to and go and say hello.
So, should I get him to say hello to my little friend?
No need for violence yet.
Were you saving that one up for the last 3
discovered
weeks?
I discovered it a couple weeks ago and I wrote it down. I've got like sticky notes on my HUD.
Yeah.
Just gotta use them
Nice.
if I need to.
Nice.
Okay.
Hmm.
Who's going ahead?
I guess
I
I'm in front. You want me to walk? Well,
Okay.
no. This thing is out there. Should we sneak up on it? Like, it'll hear me. I'm surprised it hasn't heard us already. Oh, I guess
I'm making the assumption that it's that it'd be hostile.
We were back
It was
at
eating
the
fish.
factory.
So who's
How
going
big
first?
is this thing?
It was like 7 or 8 feet long. I've never seen anything like it before.
I'll try and sneak up and get a look at it, Steve.
Roll your stealth.
In or out?
Out is fine.
I'll add.
Short. That's a 5. Okay, so you're going to attempt to sneak up.
Just to look at it, not like get the drop on it or anything.
Okay. You make your way up. You can move to where you want to move. You're going to have to move, or I can move you to at least to where you're going to need to see it, which is about
Yeah.
right here.
Sure.
As you move there, it looks in your direction,
Mhm.
and it's at least 8 feet long, and then it dives into the river.
Okay, can I roll my survival to see if I recognize it?
Yep. Oh. You don't. That's nothing that they've covered in anything you've learned, studied, which means it's not common. Definitely not common in this area.
Okay. Well, I'll call back. Well, I managed to scare away, so we can press on.
Well, lead on, McDuff.
Well, Steve, I'm going to take off, bud.
Well, hold on now. Don't take off
Okay.
yet.
All right.
We're coming right to the section where we're going to wrap it up.
Okay, good.
Okay, so who's taking the lead here?
McDuff is.
I will, yep.
Okay. So you come to the edge of the river. Over the river is a ley line that runs the length of it.
Yeah. 1 second there, Steve. I had a question for you.
Isn't there a movie? A ley line runs through it.
A ley line runs through it, yeah.
Where is that to now? Hold on, now I'm going to bring up the library again.
We find all these images, weird squid things.
Oh boy. Ley lines. Where are they at here? Ley line walker.
The funny thing is, there's such a thing as a fizzard.
A fizzard?
A fizzard, yep. Half fish, half lizard.
Are you going up, Sal?
Yep. Squeeze my way in there.
It's a tight squeeze for the power armor coming through here. You may scratch your paint a little bit.
Oh,
Well, I've shrugged off rockets and stuff, so.
yeah, but I've got a 10,000 credit paint job. Like, none of you guys even have 10,000 credits.
I thought the paint job was on the vehicle.
No.
Well, you know, if you just leave your mouth behind, I'm sure you'll fit through.
Oh man. Okay. What are you doing?
So the river is here, and so our only passage is up or down the river now.
Anything around we can dip in the water to see how deep it is?
Yeah, Glitter Boy.
Ooh. Very cool.
You don't see anything around. You could dip
Can we
yourself
see
in.
the bottom? Can we see the bottom, Steve?
In sections, it's rocky. It's not a real swift moving river. Like you're not going to get swept away. You don't think?
I guess the question is, which way are we going to go, up or down?
Yeah, I can swim. Can we see like an end to the river on either side?
Not unless you go out further from your vantage point here.
I'll wait out.
Steve,
That's as far as you can see that way. Yep.
let's do this.
You're gonna float.
I'm going to float with the ley line, yep.
There you go. I was wondering if you would.
Yes, oh, absolutely. See if I can get a better vantage point.
The line walker steps off, but kind of floats into the air, up into the ley line.
Cool.
What do I see? Whoa.
And there in the middle, just ignore that rock. That's not a rock. That is a rift.
That's the rift. Wow.
This is the site of a unique ley line nexus point. You see this rift that's open, and from this vantage point, you can just make out through the rift. It's mountains, a cloudy sky. It's hard to see. The rift itself is not huge. It's about 10, 12 feet in height. And it's just open to this other this other place.
Mm,
And we'll end it there for tonight.
perfect. Nice.
And just as we end it, out of the corner of your eye through the rift, you see a large winged humanoid creature fly.
In the rift?
Yeah, on the other side of the rift.
Large winged humanoid creature.
Not one
Like
of those.
surreal.
Yeah.
No. I'll see if I can get a picture. I didn't have a picture in our this yet. There's no good pictures online. Actually, would that go into Skype?
Oh.
Yikes. Yikes.
I hear the Germans have trouble with these guys.
Guten Tag.
All right, and that's where we'll end tonight. So now
Sounds
you got
good.
an idea. You got an idea of what you're going to face next week.
Very cool.
Cool.
Experience 1.
One experience point each.
Nice.
Can we level up?
I guess it depends on what it is you're leveling up. Like if it's a new skill or a new ability, no. If it's just bringing something else up, then I'll let you do that
So
now.
not something new, but increasing something old would be okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, gentlemen, I'm out. I'll see you guys later.
All right.
All right. See you, Andy.
Bye.
See ya. Yeah, if you want to increase something, we'll have to wait until this scenario is done.
Something
If you
new.
want to just get something new, yeah.
No, I'm just going to increase my fighting.
That was a lot of fun.
Good session, man. Thank you.
No problem.
So next week, Wicked.
Next week, what is this rift, and what's going on?
Yeah.
And thanks for being accommodating on all of the shopping.
Oh, no problem, man.
Yeah. Don't worry, I was late getting in myself, so
I am
you weren't the only one.
going to bed. Have a good night, guys.
All right, see ya.
All right, I'll mosey on myself, I guess.
All right, boss. Thanks. That was a good broadcast. We had a bunch of people watching.
Cool. All right, we'll talk to everyone later.
Good night.
All right, see ya.
Bye.